Aloha guys, welcome back to my channel. Mermaid Nina here. Well, I'm back with what I'm hoping is going to be a fun video for you guys, so get ready to take notes. But I get a lot of you who want to know, where can you nap when you're at the theme parks? And I know this sounds funny, but there are some rides and attractions that I have been known to fall asleep on, yes, and take a nap. So I thought I would come up with my top 25 rides and attractions that you could, if the moment is right, actually take a nap. Now, this is also perfect for kiddos. There were plenty of times when my kids were little and it was nap time, but we really didn't want to just like stop having fun, right? I would purposely go on certain rides to kind of get them in the napping mood. Once they fell asleep on the ride, popped them in the stroller, they napped for a couple of hours and we were good to go as a family. So not only are these good for napping those kiddos, but yes, us adults, sometimes we need a midday nap too. I mean, you think about it, you are outside all day long. You probably got up super duper early. It's sunny, it's breezy. I mean, it's all like the perfect mix for you needing a midday nap. So when the moment is right and you feel like you may just need a 10, 15-minute snooze, consider these options. Now, I need to point out, I do not want to offend anybody. This list by no means means that these rides are boring or not fun. They just happen to have the right mix of dark, seating, gentle movement about them that can cause you to take a nap. And yes, these are all tried and true. I've either napped on them, my husband or someone I know has napped on these rides. So as always, in no particular order, top 25. First one here is the Carousel of Progress. Now, the Carousel of Progress is the perfect mix of everything. First, it's at least 20 minutes long. Yeah, that's a 20-minute snooze, guys. It is dark. It has like gentle movement about it. So yeah, you could fall asleep on that. Plus it's theater seats. You're sitting in a theater seat, so just kind of relax and take a snooze. Not to mention there's some smooth talking, little gentle music that goes on throughout the ride. It's like I said, the perfect mix of somewhere to take a nap. The Carousel of Progress is indeed located at Magic Kingdom. The next one here is the Grand Fiesta Tour. Now, I hate putting this one on the list because I love this ride. You guys know that. But it's dark and you're on a boat and they're playing like soothing Mexican music and I just can't help myself sometimes. So yeah, between the gentle boat ride, the music, the dark, I have fallen asleep on this ride. Now, this ride isn't super duper long, so you're not getting a thorough snooze, but it may just happen. And this, of course, is located in the Mexican Pavilion at Epcot. Number 3 here is, yep, I am notorious for falling asleep on this one, guys. Muppets Vision 3D. Don't get me wrong. Kermit is my favorite. Absolutely love the Muppets, but it's midday and it's dark and there's theater seats and you're just watching a show. Something about me, who falls asleep while watching TV? I am guilty. So this is a trigger for me, absolutely. TV, dark, theater seats, ugh. And it's 17 minutes long. So yes, you could get quite a decent snooze on Muppets Vision 3D. It is located at Hollywood Studios. Next here is Mickey's PhilharMagic. Very similar to Muppets 3D Vision. It's dark. It's theater seats, yeah, and soothing Disney tunes. And again, you're watching a screen. So if you're someone who falls asleep during TV, yeah, this could be a good one for you as well. Number 5, yep, classic. It's a Small World. Now, the thing about It's a Small World is it's bright and cheery, and that song goes on and on and on in your head forever, right? For days. But it's a boat ride, and something about the gentle movement, the fact that I've been on it 2 bazillion times, and the song is the same over and over again, yeah. I've been known to fall asleep on It's a Small World. You learn to tune out the music and yes, just a gentle like nodding off and on, right? Absolutely. It's a Small World is also located at Magic Kingdom. Number 6, The Hall of Presidents. Yes. Sadly, some people may consider this show to be slightly on the boring side, so that may be a reason why it can put you to sleep. But it's also 22 minutes long. It's dark. You're in theater seats. Yes, all the mix of things to cause people to take a nap. This was actually a really great place for my kids to take a nap because my husband is a little bit politically interested, right? He loves the Hall of Presidents, loves it. So we would go, my husband would enjoy, and the kids would fall asleep on our lap. So it was absolutely the perfect mix. Dad got what he wanted, and the kids got what they needed. The Hall of Presidents is located at Magic Kingdom. Next here is very similar to the Hall of Presidents, and that is the American Adventure. But get this show, 30 minutes long. Yes, that is a good snooze, guys. That is a nice nap located at Epcot in the American Pavilion. Now, much like Hall of Presidents, it's dark. You're in theater seating. There is animatronic talking going on between Benjamin Franklin, Mark Twain, and some other scenarios. Sometimes there's like this gentle, soothing like song playing, and it just, yeah. You could absolutely fall asleep in the American Adventure. And yes, some people might call this one a little boring too, because it's history, right? And it's also a great place to put those kiddos to sleep as long as they're quiet, right? People get upset when the kiddos are loud and cranky, but if they can just be quiet and fall asleep, that is a perfect one. American Pavilion, Epcot. Next one here is Disney and Pixar's short film festival. Now, this one, it's a show, right? So you're watching TV again. So if you are someone who falls asleep while watching TV, this is a good option for you. It's not exactly boring. It is playing cartoon, in front of you. Kids are laughing, things are happening. But again, dark. Theater seats. When it's that time of day, yes, absolutely, you could fall asleep. Watching the shows here, watching the Pixar shorts, and this is also located at Epcot. And of course, right next to it, let me know in the comments if you have fallen asleep on this ride, because I am guilty. Not only do I hate this ride, if you've watched me for a while, you will know what ride I'm talking about. Not only do I hate it, but it's got like gentle rocking, right? The movement of the vehicle. Yep, guilty, fallen asleep on Journey into the Imagination with Figment. This ride isn't super duper long, but it's dark. And you're in like a moving vehicle that just kind of moves and just gently nothing crazy about it. Sometimes there's some crazy Figment singing going on, but if you can tune it out, you could absolutely fall asleep on this attraction. And yes, located at Epcot. Number 10, I am very guilty. I fall asleep on this ride probably every other time that I'm on it, especially when it's midday. First thing in the morning, yeah, I'm excited. Let's go on the ride. Middle of the day, yep, snooze fest. Spaceship Earth. I don't know how long this ride is. I didn't look it up, but it is a decent length. You can absolutely get a nice snooze on this ride. You're in the big ball, right? The big Epcot ball, and you're just going slowly around the ball, just so gentle movement. It's dark. Yeah, you can just kind of sit back in your seat and just pass out, absolutely. And then, of course, if you love Judi Dench, you just may fall asleep to the sweet, gentle talking of her voice, and it's just, Anyway, Spaceship Earth, it's dark, it's smooth rocking, it's gentle voices, and sometimes there's like music playing as well, and yeah, Spaceship Earth, Epcot. Next one here is also at Epcot. Is Epcot a snooze fest? Let me know in the comments. A lot of these are coming up Epcot. And this one a lot of people don't really go to or know about, but you can get a decent snooze on this one as well. And that is Impressions de France. This is also located at Epcot in the French Pavilion. Now, this is a theater. So yes, dark, TV screen, theater seats, recline, all the things that we talked about before. The thing about this theater is it houses two different types of shows. So right now, currently, Impressions de France happens during rope drop. For first thing in the morning, and then it happens late in the evening. Now this movie is 18 minutes long, and it is a 20, I think they call it a 2020 vision screen. So it's like a huge panoramic almost screen in front of you. It's not a circle 360, but it's a big screen, and there's gentle music. And if, like I said, middle of the day, absolutely. Now, when Impressions de France isn't playing, what is playing is the Beauty and the Beast sing-along. And I know you're thinking, okay, well, they're singing. I might not be able to take a nap. But it's the Beauty and the Beast songs that you've heard over and over again. So yes, it may just rock you to sleep. The Beauty and the Beast sing-along is 15 minutes. So between Impressions de France, Beauty and the Beast, 15 to 17 minutes here, theater, dark, seating, you get what I'm talking about, TV screen. Yeah, located at the French Pavilion at Epcot. All right, we got a Magic Kingdom now. Leaving Epcot alone here for a minute. Love sleeping on this one. Not necessarily me personally, but the kiddos. I remember when my daughter was super duper, young, I would say, okay, let's go on this ride. And back then it wasn't very popular, so we could just ride it over and over again. I'd feed her a little snack. She'd fall asleep in my lap. It was perfect. This is the PeopleMover located at Magic Kingdom. It is a 10-minute tour. And you're in a gentle vehicle, and it just moves oh so slowly. Sometimes it does like quick turns, but you're outside, so you get that fresh air and sometimes that breeze. And yeah, just all the things put together could absolutely put you to sleep. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the PeopleMover, but when the time is right, you could absolutely fall asleep on the PeopleMover located, like I said, Magic Kingdom. Now, this is another big one, number 13 here. Big one for the kiddos. I don't think I've ever personally fallen asleep on it. I think I could have, but the kids most definitely, and that is the Walt Disney Railroad. Yes, think of it. Train, chugga chugga, just gentle kind of constant of the same movement. You're outside, fresh air, absolutely. Now the railroad, if you take it full circle, it's a 20-minute ride, and they don't kick you off. So when my kids were super duper little and it was nap time and they were cranky, we would get on the railroad and we would ride that thing full circle. Maybe once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times to get a decent nap before plopping them in the stroller. So yeah, the gentle movement, all vehicles, right? Gentle movement, that can rock you to sleep. Plus you're outdoors, you've got a gentle breeze, 20 minutes, all the things, guys. The Walt Disney World Railroad located at Magic Kingdom. What is there? 3 stations, 4 stations, 3 stations? So there is a time where it kind of stops a little bit, but then it keeps on going. So absolutely the railroad. All right, we got our first Animal Kingdom, guys. Number 14 is Finding Nemo, the Big Blue and Beyond. Now, I always apologize for calling this ride something you can sleep on because it's a show. It's a live action theater show. And the performances are amazing. The music is great, but that's the problem with it. If you're at Animal Kingdom all day long, midday, and you're tired of the heat, and you finally got to sit down in a theater, that music is so gentle that yes, absolutely guilty. I have fallen asleep, or at least did the nodding off kind of thing, and absolutely have put my kids to sleep several times when they were little during the show. Again, gentle, lovely music. Some tunes just kind of put people to sleep, right? It's dark, it's a theater. Absolutely. Finding Nemo, again, located at Animal Kingdom. Next one here is, well, another kind of show, right? We've got the Frozen sing-along over at Hollywood Studios. Now, if you can resist the urge to let it go and sing along, right, you can absolutely fall asleep during the show. I've seen many of a dads falling asleep during the show. Why? Because it's dark, right? It's a theater. You're in theater seats and you're just kind of sitting there and you've got all this like Frozen music going on that you've heard a bazillion times. And even though there is some comedy there, some live action comedy with some performers, it could absolutely kind of rock you to sleep. So yes, sadly, the Frozen sing along, if you can resist the urge to sing along, yeah, you could fall asleep. Hollywood Studios. Now, number 16 is Walt Disney Presents right? We've talked about this before. It's at Hollywood Studios. It's like a mini museum of Walt's life. So obviously you're not going to fall asleep when you're walking around in a mini museum. But at the end of this area is a movie, One Man's Dream. It's a little movie about Walt's life. And if you can resist the urge to cry, you could absolutely fall asleep. 15 minutes. It's dark. It's a movie theater. It's a TV screen, absolutely all the things. So I find that the first time I'm on things, I'm not going to really fall asleep because I want to experience them. But because I've done all these things so many times, I have, sadly fallen asleep more frequently than before because I've just done them so many times. So yes. But like I said, middle of the day, you're hot, you're tired, your kiddo needs to fall asleep, go ahead and check out Walt Disney Presents. And the great thing about this is there's never a line. So the only thing you're waiting for is for that movie to cycle through again every 15 minutes. All right, number 17 is Awesome Planet. I've talked about this before. My family actually really loves this movie. But again, TV screen, theater seats, it's dark. And if you don't mind some gentle music, yes, you could absolutely fall asleep during Awesome Planet. And sadly, it's only 10 minutes long. Sometimes I wish that was longer. A, so I could nap longer, and B, because we happen to really love the movie. But it's located at Epcot inside the Land Pavilion. You're gonna learn all about our planet Earth. But again, midday, you're tired. Awesome Planet. Next thing here is, well, maybe the obvious, but I'm gonna call them rides and attractions, right? So we've got the monorail, the Skyliner, and the Disney buses. When I talked about how I was doing this video with my family, the number one thing my son said was, well, Mom, you got to add the Disney buses. I said, yep, already been added. I cannot tell you how many people fall asleep on the Disney bus. Why? Because it's the end of the day and you've been outside and it's hot and you're tired. And yes, gentle rocking of the bus, the monorail, and the Skyliner. Absolutely, could you fall asleep on all three of those? And I'm not talking about just kiddos. I've seen many of adults falling asleep on that. And the great thing about the monorail is I would take my kids midday on the monorail, especially if I was at Magic Kingdom or Epcot, and we would just ride it round and round. What is it, full circle? Is it like 20 something minutes? Because they don't kick you out. And it just kind of goes in a circle, right, around the parks and the resorts. We would just ride the monorail to take a quick nap. So not only, you don't always have to leave the park to take a nap. You don't always have to go back to your hotel. There's places and things within the parks, right, that you could also nap. Yes, monorail, Skyliner, and the resort bus is just one of them. Number 19 here, well, inspired by my ears, I am sad to say, and let me know in the comments, but I have unfortunately fallen asleep during the Haunted Mansion. Yes, it's happened, guys. Let me know in the comments, have you fallen asleep on the Haunted Mansion too? I love the Haunted Mansion. I think that's why it's so funny to me, because even though it's one of my favorite rides and I find it so unbelievably entertaining, you're in a clamshell and it's dark, so dark, and I'm so used to the music, Grim Grinning Ghost, right? I'm so used to the songs and the music and Leota and the whole thing, I can easily pass out. In fact, there's times where I purposely hold myself from falling asleep, get my picture taken while I'm on the ride, you know, the ride photo, and then I will just zonk out for the rest of the ride. And again, my family listed this as one of the rides they've slept on too, so it's not just me. But it's the clamshell. You're in this clamshell and it's just it's a gently moving ride in the dark. Next one here is, yes, the Little Mermaid. What is it? Journey Under the Sea, Journey with the Little Mermaid. I always forget the name. Both of these are located at Magic Kingdom, by the way, Haunted Mansion and the Little Mermaid. It's the same thing, clamshell. You're in a clamshell, you're gently moving, it's dark. And there's constant singing with the Little Mermaid. So whether you're listening to, you know, Under the Sea or, you know, Gadgets and Woozits and whatever her song is, right? And then Ursula, you're still in the dark and you've got the gentle movement of the clamshell. Yep, guilty, falling asleep on the Little Mermaid. And the third one here with a clamshell is the Sea with Nemo's and Friends, which is located at Epcot. Same thing, just same thing. Clamshell, dark. You've heard Nemo music 100 times. You've heard, his voice numerous times. Easily you can fall asleep. Sadly, the Nemo ride isn't very long, so it'll be a very quick nap, but it may just be enough for you to kind of do that like nodding off and on and like inspire you to take a big nap later. I don't know. Next one here is Living with the Land, located at Epcot. Now let me know, have you fallen asleep on this ride? I have personally not. I feel like I could easily fall asleep on it. However, I have definitely nodded off and on this ride. I have seen other people nap on this ride. I have napped my children on this ride. But Living with the Land, yeah, you're in like a water boat and it just gently rocks and you're investigating greenhouses. And I think that's why I haven't personally napped, is because greenhouses are bright, right? They have all the lights on, but it's the same voice over and over again talking to you about the produce, and you're in a boat. And yeah, I think it's definitely snooze worthy. So let me know if you have fallen asleep on Living with the Land. Again, it's at Epcot. The seats that you're in aren't terribly comfortable. Kind of like falling asleep on It's a Small World, but yes, it could happen because it's a decently length ride. So again, if we're at Epcot and my kids were little and they needed to take a nap, I knew that that one could absolutely either A, entertain them, or B, rock them to sleep. But let me know if you have fallen asleep on this one as well. Next one here, I have also not fallen asleep on, at least not fully, but I've wanted to, and I've definitely nodded off. Unfortunately, it's just too short. Like, Disney needed to make this ride longer, A, for my enjoyment, and B, for my snoozing pleasure, and that is Navi River Journey. Again, it's too short, but it's the perfect mix of a boat ride, yeah, gentle movement, you're in the dark, and there's just like light, like animal, nature, sounds, music going on, and it's just so peaceful and calming. Yeah, and when the mood strikes you, absolutely could fall asleep on Navi River Journey. They just need to make it a little bit longer. What is it, like 6 to 8 minutes long? It's not a very long ride, but again, boat ride, dark, music, absolutely. Navi River is located at Animal Kingdom. The next one here, also at Animal Kingdom, is the Wildlife Express train. Sadly, this train is not very long of a ride. It's only 7 minutes each way. But if the cast members let you ride a round trip, that is if there isn't a huge long line, you may be able to ride it for 14 minutes, and that could be a decent snooze. But again, just like the Walt Disney World Railroad, you're on a train, chugga chugga, gently rocking you to sleep. It's outdoors. You're getting the fresh air and the wind on your face. Absolutely can fall asleep on the Wildlife Express train over at Animal Kingdom. Number 25 here is my comic relief a little bit. I find it super duper funny. Let me know if you've done it. Apparently, it's very common to fall asleep in the hotel lobby of your resort. So, as you're at Disney World, there are plenty of resorts about. You don't always have to go back to your resort. Like if you're at Epcot, you can go to the Epcot resorts, find a nice cozy chair, and take a snooze. I have seen so many people sleep. I think every single trip I have seen people snoozing in the lobby. And I'm not talking about just kiddos, adults, mostly men. Sorry about that, men, don't want to put you down, but you seem to fall asleep everywhere. On couches, on chairs, in hotel lobbies. Let me know in the comment. Have you done this? Has your husband done this? Let me know. But yes, that is another good way to put yourself or a kiddo to sleep. You don't always have to go back to your hotel. If you're staying off property and your hotel is super duper far away, go take the monorail. Yeah, put yourself to sleep. Go to a monorail resort and just sit on a quiet piece of furniture and relax. You may fall asleep. Your kiddo may fall asleep. If you're at Epcot, take the stroller down to the Epcot resorts, and you never know. The kiddo might fall asleep there as well. So yes, absolutely, hotel lobby. But that is my top 25 list of attractions and rides that you could fall asleep on, whether it's yourself or your kiddo. Now, I do have to note, I do have a video called Quiet Places. Now, this video was inspired for people that need to chill and relax with limited noise, limited crowds, and possibly even take a nap. And in this video, I do list other places that aren't rides or attractions that you could take a break. So if you're interested in taking a break, not necessarily napping on a ride, but taking a break or going to a quiet place, note that I have that video out as well. I know this video is perfect for kiddos, mamas who want to nurse, kids perhaps on the spectrum who just need a quiet place to just kind of get themselves back together again. Either way, Quiet Places video is another one for you guys to check out. But yes, what did you think? I want you guys to let me know in the comments if you can. I'd love to know if you've also fallen asleep on these rides. Which ones? Be honest. I was honest with you. And let me know which ones I forgot. What else have you fallen asleep on? Let me know in the comments. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had fun. I do so many videos that are serious, what we need to Genie Plus and all that stuff. And I thought it would be fun to just kind of do something else, because in all honesty, most people are at the parks for 4 to 6 days, all day long, walking for miles upon miles outside. Sometimes in the heat, there is the chance you need to just regather yourself and take a little snooze. So it may be helpful to know which rides just may help bring you back to life, right? In the middle of the day when you're ready to just exit quickly. My husband especially, sometimes we just need a ride to just bring dad back, right? Bring him back to life a little bit, let him snooze on Carousel of Progress, and then usually he's good for a couple of more hours. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If the subscribe button is red, please click it, turn it gray, hit the bell icon for notifications. Like this video, pretty please, and yes, share. If you have family and friends headed to the theme park, don't forget to send them my content, this video and others. Check out my Quiet Places video for more places to just take a break. Not necessarily take a nap, but take a break from all the things, right? Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments which ones you've snoozed on. And as always, guys, mahalo for watching. Nina, out.